everybody. I'm super excited about this. I will show you how to record an upright piano with just two phones. In this video, I will show you my setups, what I think the cause of undesired sound qualities are, and how to improve them. And I'll also show you how to open an upright piano and close them too. Also, the apps I used for after recording to put them together. And finally, I'll play an entire piece of Nocturne Opus 9 number 2. Alright, let's get to it. So we went from this to this. And this. To this. Hear the difference? Yeah, so listening to my own recording is a very big part of my practice, and I think some of you are the same. I was pretty scared of opening the piano first. Of course, I watched YouTube and some websites and try to figure out how to open it. I don't think you have to be scared to open up the piano panels. It's pretty simple, and you just have to be careful. But the front panel is kind of heavy. Maybe it's like someone was saying like about 8 kilograms. I forgot, but it's not that heavy for me. If you don't have a lot of power in your arms, maybe you need someone to help you. So let's first open up the piano. This is a Yamaha U3, I believe that's what it's called. It's the top portion is like half of it opens really easily and just stays over here like that, folded. And other parts that we can open is this front panel and this piano cover and the lower panel. Front panel is, I think, the heaviest one. There is like two locks on each side, like these, and you move it like this, move it like that, unlock, and it still pretty much stands straight. And what you want to do is there's like a center, there's this screwed, and you can see the center, and you want to lift it up straight up, holding two locations, lift straight up. And just like this. So if you're a male person, you can lift it up and rotate it like that, but I'm gonna put it on the table like this, on the edge of the table. Yeah, put it on the edge of the table, so this has to be away, and carefully, just like this. Yeah, and the next one is the keyboard cover. And this one, if I let it go, it's gonna hit some structure on the piano. So what you should do is you grab over here in the middle. So you want to balance it, and you put your fingers here and lift it up, straight up, like this. And you can carry it like this, and this has it's a flat surface at the bottom, so I could just put this on the table like that. And like this. So the lower panel, there's a knob over here to pull there's like a spring, a metal spring, like a plate spring that's stopping from this wall to fall over this way. So you would want to press that up above the top surface of this panel, and you tilt it like this and grab the center, the bottom part, and carefully remove it. This piece is lighter than the front panel. You could just carry it like this. And like this. Now you can see that the piano is fully opened up. Top panel, front panel, keyboard cover, and the bottom panel. I heard that the piano is a percussion instrument, so you know the sound of hammer hitting the string is kind of important. And now we have these two music stands. These are the hammers hitting the string, right? So, you know, one of the sound quality I was seeking was the wet sound, kind of, you know. My recording sounded dry. And I don't know how to express that, but, you know, I watched some good players play on YouTube and, you know, listen to it. It sounds like it has more wet sound. Found out that the cause of that wet sound is, you know, associated with the hammering sound. So when I capture the hammering sound, it sounded wet. I think that's what it is. Yeah, in terms of like side positioning, you wanna, I think, aim around here and here, maybe like this like F area over here, and I don't know, E area, F area, you know, kind of in the mid. And I guess this microphone would catch some range. You know, I recorded with two microphones, two iPhones, right? And then, you know, the right iPhone also catches, of course, the lower sound as well. And the left one catches the high notes too. So what I did was set up this music stand. If you have like a, you know, speaker stand or whatever, that would be nice. I just retracted them and made a stage, right? Just use whatever that's available at home. This one is not kind of heavy, it's not staying. So yeah, and I can point this to the hammer like this. I do the same on the left side, right? And the last thing is that you're gonna make sure that it doesn't interfere with your play. Maybe I had it wider. So I recorded this 2 days ago, and I'll show you that video in the end. But I have it set up roughly like this. And the lowest note I hit is this, highest is this. And I have a good enough opening. I also try, like, you know, people say, like, you know, here, about your ears. You know, I also tried that too. And I recorded a video, but I forgot to hit the recording button on the phone. So ended up that the ones I recorded was a lot closer. So the second undesired sound quality was kind of like a resonance. And if you go like, and I move my head and like, there's like a kind of like, I don't know, like howling sound and like, you know, that kind of stuff. So I was looking for like any spot that doesn't have that kind of resonant sound. You know, it sounds pretty clean now. Because like I actually moved the piano, I rotated around 90 degrees. It was against the wall, like 15 centimeters away from the wall, the back of the piano, and was creating some sound. I realized it. So now it's like, you know, moved, rotated 90 degrees, but when I recorded, it was like against the wall, but it recorded just fine. So I think it's fine. Resonating sound, or they come from like, you know, reflection of these, like including this piano structure and like your room structure, right? In order to avoid that kind of resonating sound, I think it's better to be kind of better for the mic to be close to the hammer. You know, if you have like a special microphone that has like a narrow aiming, you know, like a directional microphone, I don't know what to call, but there is some microphone like that, but I'm using iPhones, you know, so I placed it around there. I think, you know, you'll see in the video later. And the third undesired sound quality I had was like a muffled sound. It's kind of like covered by something, or you know, so I think that they're like mainly caused by these panels. More panels I have on this piano, more muffling sound I got. So yeah, now this piano is like, you know, all around the piano is cleared. You know, it's like 80 centimeters away from the right wall, and like 3 meters on the left, and the back is like, I don't know, 7 meters. The final and the last I wanted to negate or improve was like kind of like airy, what is like a spacey sound. So I used to put this, yeah, I'm using this microphone right now, but small microphone, left and right stereo microphone, and put it maybe 3 meters behind me and above me, but I never got a good result. Yeah, but this setup, go like this, to iPhones like that, it's like, man, you get this like wet sound quality. And also, as you open up more and more of the panel, when you play, you hear more details. What I first did was to just open up the top cover. And that was like, wow, that's amazing. You know, now I want to open up the front panel. And then I did that, it was like, wow. You know, it was just, yeah, like, I felt like I became such a good pianist, or like a lot better. I'm not a, you know, good pianist, but yeah, I felt like I got so much better on playing. It just sounded so much better. But having the front panel open, the first time I play, it gets all this like a resonating sound, and also, I don't know if you can hear that, but when you hit the right pedal, there are like, how many keys are there here? There are like, you know, same number of felt cloth material that's just put on a string now. And then as you hit the pedal, that felt comes out. there are like strings and the fill goes in between kind of thing. It's and then when you hit the pedal, the fill comes off, and then it creates a frictional sound. And I was like, it was hard for me to play first, but now I'm more used to it. Can you see this movement? This is right pedal action, and this fill, it has like different shapes on the different location. It's just kind of flat on the right side, and there's just, you know, two split ends here, and this like a triangular end over there. So it creates this frictional sound, and it kind of bothered me, but I kind of got used to it. But usually when I practice, I simply open only the top, because yeah, taking out the front panel is kind of a lot of work. And if you remove the front panel, you have to remove the keyboard cover too. So I usually practice with just top open, and that's good enough for practice, right? Yeah, but I like it like fully open. So that's the setup I use. And I think the application I use to record on iPhones are also important. I was using a voice memo app before, but there are some other apps that does better. And I searched on the YouTube, and I'm using something else right now. And it records in the waveform with no compression. And I also use GarageBand and iMovie to put them together with the video when I do the video recording as well. So let me talk about the apps now. First, for the iPhone recording app, I use this thing. You first go to the App Store and type in voice record and scroll a little bit. And this is Japanese language, but this is the one I'm using, PCM something at the top, right? And I open, and yeah, it has this interface like this, and you hit the left top, and then there's this setup. File type is wave, and sampling frequency, bit count, 16-bit mono. So over here, you see that built-in microphone at the bottom, and that's what I used. And the bit rate 128, and that's the setup. And I use this gain control to the lowest, and then hit the record, right? And once you're done, you hit the stop, right? And you hit play button at the top, and then this is what I just recorded, right? And in order to transfer to the MacBook Pro I have, you hit this three dots on the right side, and then you go share. Sorry, it's all in Japanese, and airdrop the MacBook Pro, just like that. So that's what I used for iPhones. The GarageBand. So this is already open, but what you do is open a new project, open empty project, select. We're not recording anything, we're just putting the WAV file. So select this and create, and you get this interface, and then you go to select the left and right channel, in there, and I don't need this, so two finger click and delete the track, right? So this one is iPhone 7 that was placed on the lower key area, and this is iPhone 8 that recorded the higher end of the keyboard. So let's you can use this to move the playhead. Hit space button to play and space button to stop. Then these are metronome thingy, I don't need it. Like that, right? Then you can use this thing to enlarge, or you could simply do two finger, enlarge, and you select there, and you go edit and split, right? You could do Control T too, and then you select the unwanted part and hit delete, and there you go. Now we're gonna do the same for the iPhone 8 recording. Let's get that really, it's going by grid, so you take it off. This is like, go with grid, so you just turn off that function and adjust it finely like this, right? And Control T and delete this part. Let's check out the iPhone 7 beginning as well in detail, because I was using the grid capture. So that's the very beginning. So let's Control T, Control T, and delete. Alright. And then bring this all the way to the left. Right, bring this one all the way to the left. Let's see if they're synchronized. So now you see the volume is, you see a lot of yellow. It's synchronized though. You can turn down the volume like this, right? Okay, so it's not distorting. So let's trim the end. So it goes down. Hit the space key. So the last sound you heard is when I release the right pedal. You hear that. You see this? Done. So I will even cut that, or I could kind of leave it too. But I see this. Cut that. It's part of the song, maybe, but let me just cut it this time, right? Select Control T, select Control T, and delete. Hit the delete key, right? So we have the entire song synchronized. You can mute one audio and play. mute this one too, right? You see the changing color when it's muted. And let's pan this. So this is supposed to be heard by your left ear. So you push this pan button and drag it down to the left, right? And similarly drag it up to do it right? But what ended up happening is that this seems like a right channel and left channel. When I export it and put it on the video, when I exported, I think that was fine, but when I put it on the iMovie, it somehow flipped. So this one to the right, this one to the left, and that's what I did. Now, first you wanna take off all the EQs. I'm doing like no EQ, no effect control. So this is, you click this and you have track. You hit the track and the blue is turned on. So make sure everything is off. And yeah, and check the same for the right track, right? Not using EQ at all. By the way, you can you hit this button, analyzer button, right? Analyzer, what is it called? If you press this, it tells you what it is. Smart control button, that's what it is called. So you hit this button and you see this thing, and as you play, there's an analyzer button, and somehow it's not working. Yeah, I just started using GarageBand. I'm not really professional on this. So then now you can do master and then play and hit the analyzer, right? So you should get the 2 waves, right? Let's cut this one and you see only the blue wave. So let's hit the space to stop. So let's this is blue color, that's fine. And this here, you click here and 2-finger click and allocate color, and I want it to be like red or orange, right? And then so play again, you see. So I allocated this channel a red color on this waveform, this diagram or whatever, right? So it's clear which channel is red and which channel is blue. Now you can change the volume, right? The gain and the volume. So now the blue one is stronger, right? So you want to adjust it to be the same. So one trick I kind of found was that because this recording was done kind of loud, I guess I try to use the least gain on a recorder on the iPhone, but this is strong. So let's like bring it down to like, I don't know, maybe 60, very low volume, right? And then you go here and put the gain all the way up so that you see the waveform, a lot of them. Let's play it. Oh, analyzer was off. So what happens is that if you turn the volumes here, you don't see a lot of wave. Let's say, right? And you can't really balance the volume. So if I have this down, you don't see the wave. So I made it quiet and used this one to get the wave, to be able to see the wave, right? So people say just make it so that sometimes you get yellow, you know, by controlling these volumes, right? And let's go to like a really loud part towards the end. And it's like sometimes yellow, and you watch these wave pattern, which one's going higher. You can also see over here too, but lower volume, lower frequencies are kind of stronger, or you just try and see. Red seems kind of low, so I'm bringing up. Oh, it's the other way around. The red one, I have to bring it up. Wait, again. Yeah, it's about the same height. These are equalizer function. You can turn it off by clicking. Let's play it again. Red is slightly higher, so lower than red. Yeah, now it's about the same, right? And you can also, I'm using MacBook Pro, and with your ear, you can hear from both speakers, are they about the, balanced? When you think it's balanced, okay, when you're all done, you go to share and write out the music, right? And you go to download folder or something. And I first used the waveform, and it turned out to be mono. So either AAC or MP3. I think I just used MP3, right? So recording or something, and export. It's doing a calculation, computation. Oh, that's taking a long time. Oh, I don't have the power cable on right now. Okay, right. So that's done really fast, and you get the recording. Yeah, you hear that it's distorted, right? So I don't know how to really control the volume. Like I really, lowered it a lot and didn't really work. But it is kind of okay. You go to iMovie now here, and then this is, I'm still editing this. So this is the place I put this file. And for that volume control, I made this too. You could pull it. Yeah, I went to like 14%, and it doesn't distort at the loud place, which is around here. There's a lag right now on the screen, but actually it wouldn't lag. Yeah, on iMovie, you go to create new movie, right? And then you can either drag and drop the video clip. Let's just take this one. So this is a fully
already edited video clip. So you put the audio at the bottom, and you can do the two finger, magnify thing, or you can use this one, and you hit up arrow that takes to the front. Let's magnify maximum, and you see the first note on the video starts here, but this audio starts there. So fully magnified, roughly, adjusted, it's completely off somehow. Yeah, I forgot. This is such a bad example because it's a different play. So I played it at a different speed. This should be right at the beginning. And you hit the down arrow to go to the end. And so this note has to match up with this note over here. So how to do that? I would like to keep the audio file speed constant. So let's bring it up so I can see better. So this note has to be synchronized here. So I'm gonna speed down the video. You click on it, and up here you click the speed, and you go to custom control. Let's just put 101. Oh, here you go. You see this button, right? So it's has some rabbit signature, and you make it longer, right? And let's see where it is now. So I gotta go a little longer. That's too long. So it has to be a little bit to the right. Yeah, so it's synchronized here. About, right? You get the point, but you wanna get it exactly, as precisely as possible. Hit the up button and magnify. So the beginning, now the video is playing slowly, slower than before. So the beginning matches and the end matches. So we're playing slowly the video, so it became a turtle, the slow indicator. That's how you do it. It'll take out the time drift problem. So you go back, and that's where you can change the title. Here you can change the title too, and I don't need this. Delete the project. Right, so let's go back to here. Yeah, and then so this thing, the wave pattern from GarageBand, because you can see how you're doing with a crescendo or something, right? Let's see. Right, that's the crescendo part. Over here, you can kind of see the crescendo effect, but in the waveform, during crescendo, the waves generally go up. Looks like I have a time lag right now. Maybe the screen is too large, I'm not sure. But, you can kind of check your play with the wave, so I kind of, try putting that on. To do that, you go to GarageBand, right? And you do all that trick. I don't need to see this. You can turn it on and off, the library thing. So what I did was, yeah, just record the screen, basically. So you go from beginning, and then the trick to record a lot of wave to be up. I can, you know, you can lower the volume. You don't want to distort it, and you can make it louder here to show more waves. It goes up high, so you see a lot of waves. I didn't get it up this much, but you get to see all these things too. You see, like, you saw that like almost 20K frequency. So, and in order to record that, you go to QuickTime, and oh, I'm recording this screen right now, so I can't really do that. But QuickTime, and do a new recording, and get the cursor, not make the box to fit here, and record it. That's what I did, and put it in, and see this thing over here. And how you put it is, you drag and drop here, and then you go here, and fit means you make use of all of the image, right here, and you hit this button, and picture in picture, that allows you to drag the size of it, right? And this is used dissolve 2 seconds. That means it dissolves in at the beginning. Let's see, dissolves in, right? And it dissolves out to actually over here. It dissolves out. Yeah. So that's how I did it, and that's the end of app explanation. Now I'm gonna explain how to close the piano.
So the closing of the piano can be a little bit harder because when you take it out, you're pulling out these pins from the panel, but you have to insert it back in on a couple of locations at the same time. So let's try keyboard cover. So if you can see, there's a groove over here, and there's a structure that goes in as on both sides. So it has to insert inside that, like along with that, and you want to hold it in the middle and try to keep it as horizontal as possible, and try not to hit anything, and make sure it will slowly there. And when I first did it, I had like a slight height differences, and did I do it wrong? I did it so many times, but that's just the way it is. There's some step, it's not smooth when it's constructed. And that's this piano. So here's the lock over here, and I need to locate it. So there are 3 pins sticking out. You can see this is one, and one in the middle, and one on the other side. So you want to balance it horizontal, and oh yeah, there's one way of kind of aiming the center. You can hold the front panel like this and touch the knob, the what do you call this structure with your finger, and aim that into the hole. So like your horizontal location is roughly right. Yeah. So that's in, and you look it like that. See, it is very simple. And look. And lastly, the bottom panel. There are 1, 2, 3 holes. So you want to bring it kind of at an angle and go like that. Sometimes difficult because the width of the board is like pretty, you know, like just a size, and you can first aim the center, touching with your finger, right? And yeah, and have I'm putting the panel on my thigh, right thigh, so you can kind of align this line, right? And then you lift up like this, so make sure the center hole, it's gonna go into the hole. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it has a little bit of you know, this panel is more towards me than the lower structure, so it's kind of confusing. And there's this thing, I tend to try to push it so that it doesn't cause too much friction, but you know, it's not gonna hurt much. Well, that's in. So the last part to close is the top cover. It's very simple. It's connected, and here you see the structure sticking out, and there's a hole over here. It just fits. That's it. Right. So that's how you close the upright piano. Yeah, when the upright piano is fully open though, it's pretty amazing. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer. So now I got this fully open upright piano today, so I'm gonna go ahead and start practicing. I'm excited. And finally, you can check out my play to hear the recording quality. And that's it. Good luck. See you next time. Bye bye.